Bullying, I've noticed that when this is what red pilled me. I want to talk about this. And this is how Myron noticed that I was base and invited me on Fresh and Fit. Was a public interviews. It was a 1 minute podcast. A lot of you know me from streaming or from TikTok. So you don't know that I've been doing YouTube for 9 years. And I have 1 million on my main channel just doing cinematic videos, doing public interviews. And what really red pilled me was, so I sat down and thought for a while, like, I want to go seek truth. What do I really think? What are the questions that I could really ask the people? So the first 3 questions on the 1 minute podcast were, are men and women equal? Is money sexy? And is it okay to be fat? But I knew the answer to all of them, but I wanted to ask those questions because I wanted to call out the bullshit. I wanted to expose people's bullshit and see the variety
and let the people
of
know where you did it. You did it in a subway in New York City, which is very important to know that, guys.
In a subway in New York City, which is a liberal place, but also the fact that so many people are coming on and off the train. What was very important to me was getting a bit of everybody. A lot of public interviews, they just go to college campus, they get a sample of people, they just get wokies, stuff like that. What I realized is that most people have nothing interesting to say. They will say exactly what the fuck you think they're going to say, so you could predict the next question, right? Is it okay to be fat? I know they're going to say yes. Okay, why? And why are you okay with mediocrity? Well, it's not healthy. They all say the same thing. And so what made the podcast entertaining is seeing people try to justify their bullshit. Going back and forth and where I went lost for a while is listening to blue pill people tell me, oh, you should ask everybody, get their opinion on politics, get their opinion on gentrification. What do they think about? Bro, everybody, most people are just boring, retarded, predictable. I don't give a fuck what most people think. There's the truth, and then there's a bunch of lies. Most people believe in lies. Most of them. We saw it in the past 2 years. I can't go that specific with it, but most of the country, like 90%, put something in their body that, I'll go that far. But that's what really red-pilled me. What really red-pilled me was doing those public interviews and seeing how everybody fell for the same shit. Everybody thinks it's okay to be mediocre. Almost everybody thinks it's okay to be fat. Everybody thinks men and women are equal. And they never think past level 2 to those questions. So I already know what to ask next. If you don't think I'm right about this, try and ask the same questions at your local train station. Go up to a couple people and see them try to justify it. And try to, like, even what we were out here yesterday with the feminists. How many genders are there?
Yeah.
They say 2. Oh, no. 5. Why 5? Well, because there's more than 2. How many? I don't know. Why? Because people tell me.
I'll take it a step further. I think these lies, right, that they tell you, that they purport, guys, they only benefit women. Like, they don't benefit you as a guy, bro. Like, I hate to harp on this, but men must live in reality in 2022. You must live in reality. If you're not getting girls, if you're broke, if you're a loser, etc., a lot of the times you're going to feel that pain in reality from your inadequacy. Women don't experience it, guys. Like, a chick can be brain dead, fucking retarded, and still be on a millionaire's yacht. So you don't get the benefit of comforting lies. Women do. So you have to operate in reality as a man.
If you don't, you're going to fall behind.
You're going to, yeah.
The metric for an average man, and what I really want to do with this stream, is try to bring a lot of men before they fall into that category. Because I think a lot of people that watch Fresh and Fit are late 20s, early 30s. I think a lot of people that watch me, I have a good category of people too, based on the people that came up to me in Romania, people in their late 20s, early 30s as well. But the chat is pretty young. I'm seeing the people spamming the chat. You could tell pretty adolescent chat. There's probably people watching it from a distance too. There's 8,000 people in here. A lot of very teenager-ish thing. So I can
tell from all the L's.
Yeah. I want to wake up a lot of you guys before you fall into the trap that a lot of guys fall into, because it's getting harder. I think the last generation could be okay with being mediocre, but the middle class and the mediocrity metric it's separating more and more. College tuition is getting more expensive. The rich people are getting richer. The poor people are getting poorer. The separation, the divide between the richest and the poorest is getting stronger. So now is the last chance you guys have. Everyone's putting their age now. It's your last chance to hear something like this and act accordingly before it's too late.
It's like an average of 18, I would say. From what people are, from me just looking at it, looks like the average age is 18, which is great. I mean, we're reaching younger guys, and I'd rather like reach you guys now and let you guys know this is the way the fucking world really works, not what your mom told you as a single and probably banging black dudes. No, it's what this is. But the reality is, this is how the world really works. That's why people look up to us. Hey, you guys are like the big bros I never had, whatever, or a dad that I never had, because there's no fathers anymore, dude. This is what it is. So, young guys, shout out to y'all, man. You guys are the future, so we got to let you guys know what the hell to do so you can move correctly in the future.
So what you got to do is realize the bullshit, the brainwashing, make a lot of money. Try to have different streams of revenue so that you don't have to have a wagey job. Pay off your debts now. Invest for the future. Start getting land. Start thinking that probably if America elects another Democrat, it's done.
Oh, another reason too. I have a conspiracy theory here.
Go ahead.
Why they prop up women so much and they demonize guys. You guys want to know the truth?
Yes.
It's because women are way easier to sell to, guys.
Yeah.
Understand
you can manipulate with empathy. And this happened to me before you continue. If this happened, probably type of one in the chat has happened to you. You didn't want to put a mask on. And then you did it. Your wife made you. Your girlfriend made you. Your sister made you. You felt bad because other people were scared. You saw girls on Twitter, my grandma. So you did it too. Women are very easily manipulated by fear and emotion. Go ahead.
No, facts. Here, I just hit you guys with some numbers before I get hit with the misogyny. Women are 80% of the consumer base and they hold 3/4 of the debt. That's a fact. All right. Now, from those facts, you can extrapolate that the reason why mainstream society, television, etc., they brainwash you into thinking women are the moral high ground and the female way of thinking is the right way is because women control the dollar a lot of the times when it comes to these advertisers. These advertisers want to advertise to the women because women are more likely to go in and buy. Men are far harder to sell to than women are, and that comes from biological human traits such as men are less agreeable. When you're less agreeable, you're less willing to spend your own money on a product unless it really proves this point to you. So since women are more agreeable by nature and they're easier to influence and they have a herd mentality and they go with the grain, advertisers know this. So what the hell do? They make the television, they make the shows, they make it have this propaganda type effect where women are the superiors. Look at The Simpsons. Look at these television shows from the 90s. Look at these television shows now. What do? They show the father and or the male influence in the television show as a bumbling idiot and the woman is the person who's the moral high ground / intelligent. They never make it the other way around where the woman is the bimbo and the guy is in a relationship is competent and a strong masculine leader. They've been doing this since the 80s. Look at the movies now. Look at the Netflix shows. Wake the fuck up. I was watching this dumbass show, something in Ohio, and the guy that the girl was chasing was some pussy, skinny looking motherfucker that was mixed race and very extremely effeminate, and you don't know what he is. And the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to make you think that being politically correct and being inclusive altogether makes you more attractive as a man, when in reality, what women really want is the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger from 1985 back there saying, hasta la vista, toxically masculine, strong, tall, etc. This is what women really fucking want.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, whatever. They've been making
mixed race people suck.
The heroes, all the men, etc. They've been making them weak for fucking decades. And you guys are too young to understand this stuff. But go ahead and watch Rambo. Go watch The Terminator. Go watch these movies, these older movies, and look at the hero back then versus the hero now. They've been making these guys soft for decades, guys. And it's by no mistake.
Race makes you soft?
No, it's not about that. It's about they're doing that to instill, we need to be all inclusive.
Inclusivity.
You know, because having and I don't know if you noticed this too, they make the villain almost always a white dude.
Yeah, in every movie.
The villain is always a white dude like some wasp. White Anglo-Saxon and Protestant, evil.
You know what movie did that perfectly? Did you see this movie about the strippers in New York? It was called, Lizzo was in it, all these celebrities.
Yeah.
What was it? Hustlers. And it was at a club that I've been to many times. L Strip Club. I know you shouldn't waste your time in there. You shouldn't waste money in there. It's a bad place to go. It took place in this club called, I don't know if I want to shout it out. I don't know if I want to shout it out. But anyway, the clientele in the movie was all these Wall Street white dudes. Right, rich white dudes, because that's who's always the antagonist in these movies. I've been to that club 20 times. There's never any of them in there. You know who's in there? Scammers from Brooklyn. Guys throwing the stimmy checks and unemployment checks. Like a lot of young kids, they don't serve alcohol in there. So you can be like a kid in there. So it's like guys who got a scam and check who did like all debits, tap in on their Instagram story, and then they throw the money in the club. That's who's there. Or just like people from Long Island. It's fun. It's a shitty place. It's grimy, whatever the fuck. But in the movie, in the same club, they tried to keep the atmosphere the same. They added alcohol, and all the clientele were Wall Street suit guys. Why? Because if they showed guys from the hood throwing money, they don't want that to be the antagonist. That doesn't make sense for the agenda. They're supposed to make the white man look bad, white man bad, white man mad. Even in The Matrix, like all the agents were just like the most crispy looking suit white guys. And this
movie. Is coming from two guys that are colored. Like my parents are from Sudan. I grew up in a Muslim household. Guys, like he's who knows what he is. Like I can see through it. Like the common enemy in the United States is
white man
the
bad.
White man. Okay, white man bad. But if you're black, gay, trans, whatever it is, you're like the champion. And Netflix has been pushing this for a while. Like I can see the social justice warrior undertones. I've seen this with the superheroes. They're making them more weak. They're making them less masculine. They're making them more feminine.
Or whatever the fuck the new Spider-Man is, like a 5'7", like dorky. Well, Spider-Man, go! And you know what's really funny to me? All the hit piece articles coming out. I know that they're having a really tough time coming up with insults, calling me an incel, saying toxic, blah blah blah, because the usual insults that they use for Trump, Alex Jones, Fuentes, all these guys, like, oh, right. But it doesn't really make that much sense for guys like me and you and even the Tate brothers, because people of color. So all the usual direct attacks they've used for all these guys who believe in the same shit and that have blindsided most people to brainwash you to think that Trump's an evil person, to justify orange man bad, orange man bad. It doesn't work on us. And so now they need to come up with new insults. Now they're trying to use words like toxic, insecure, and it's just like, I don't think it's gripping the people the same way. The white man bad analogy is way easier to get somebody canceled. Racism is way easier to manipulate most weak people's emotions, usually women.
Here's the other thing too. People got to understand that the message is more important than the messenger. So if someone states a fact, the fact is what matters, not who said fact. I'll give you an example. If I say something like, hey, the most evicted class of people in the United States right now are black women, that might give me a little bit of a headache, right? Like people would come up to me and be like, oh, you're an asshole, you're racist against your own people, blah, blah, blah. But I'm colored, so I have a little insulation of protection, right? But if a KKK member or a white dude said it, they're like, oh my God, that's so racist, that's so fucked up. But it doesn't matter because it's still a fact, okay? It doesn't matter who said it. What matters is that it's true.
But you can't say facts anymore.
You
need to lead with empathy. You need to lead with feelings. You need to think about
Here's the other crazy part too. Like they'll sit there and like they'll be like, well, you can't speak on this issue because you don't align to this race or this group of people. Yes, I can, because if I'm stating a fact, it doesn't matter what group I align myself with. That's like saying, oh, you can't say 1 + 1 isn't 2 because you're not a mathematician. But that's the clown world that we're in. You have to be a part of the group to be able to comment on something that is universally known and factual. Clown world.
Myron, when you see everyone around you flaunting wealth, how do you stay so disciplined? If you're a man of certain stature, isn't it better when people speaking to you understand their economic position in relation to yourself?
That's a good question, because I'm in Miami where everyone is fucking out here trying to flaunt and ball and do all this stupid shit. I look at it like, yo, I'm just more disciplined than these ass clowns, and I probably have more money than them. Like most of the people that I deal with, like they'll look at me and be like, oh, you don't got money. I guarantee I have a higher net worth than them.
Yo, thanks a lot, Myron.
That's how I look at it. But yeah, dude, you just got to be disciplined. And here's the thing: I just took my skills that I learned from the gym, eating well, sleeping, drinking water, all this stuff, and I just applied it to finances. And that's why I say all the time, the gym is the foundation of your manhood. Because if you can apply that discipline in the gym, I promise you can apply it in other endeavors.
Take care of your body, take care of your mind.
Facts.
I be in the gym too. You just think I'm skinny, but I go to the gym 3-4 times a week.
Do you even lift?
I be doing push-ups and calisthenics, man. I'm trying to get better at boxing. They tell boxers not to lift weights, bro. I'm tall, that's why I'm skinny. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna start lifting more. Yo, I was just benching with our unnamed friend yesterday.
Oh.
We just did a bench there with AT and Myron. We doing the same weight. You feel what I'm saying?
He who shall not be named?
He who should not be named, yeah. Bro, that guy was just 25 reps, but he doesn't even work out that much. He's like, the guy's jacked, but he just, at a certain point, you just need to maintain muscle. You don't need to keep growing. And thanks a lot. Base Mom says, SNEAKO, sweet little pumpkin. Thanks a lot for that mixed race analogy. I really needed that right now. But if I do that, then they won't call me a misogynist as much. Thank you offline for the 10. 4 for the Apollo. Thanks for the 5. Have you seen the new movie trailer called Bros? It's leftist trash. No, fuck.
No. Why would we watch that?
Now I want to watch it. The Rational Male. Oh, is that Rollo?
Yeah, shout out to Rollo Tomasi, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? Shout out to Rational Male. Actress and director Olivia Wilde said that the villain in the latest film, Don't Worry, Darling, was based on this insane man called Jordan Peterson, a pseudo-intellectual hero for the incel community. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Jordan Peterson is a perfect example of a guy who just speaks facts. A college professor, more high IQ than almost too high IQ for the internet. They need to ban him. They don't understand him. The guy's not problematic or emotional at all. He just speaks facts, and now he's a pseudo-intellectual. How being smart is pseudo-intellectual? A hero for the incel community? How?
Dude, Jordan Peterson is literally like,
fucking clown
if you guys don't believe that we're in a clown world, this proves it even more. He has systematically debunked and embarrassed so many interviewers that tried to like hit him with that SJW leftist propaganda. He's embarrassed them on their own platform so many times, right? With facts, undisputed, yet they still will sit there and label him as a leader of the incel community. I'm telling you guys, anything, all right? Burn this into your brains right now. anything that teaches men how to become better versions of themselves, anything self-improvement is going to be considered misogynistic, toxic content.
Incel, the fact that you are trying to help out men and care about their mental health means you're a champion for incels. Maybe that should be a bigger fact that so many more men are incels today. 90, what is it?
Like one in three men
haven't had sex in a year or are virgins right now. And so it's not the fact that he's a champion for the incels, it's just that more men are incels and he's trying to help them out. But they focus on the guy trying to help guys out instead of focusing on the fact that so many guys are upset right now, getting addicted to prawn, spending all their money on OF. Isn't OF like one of the biggest online
and not only that,
world?
like, this is how dumb a lot of these women are. No, not all women, but like a lot of these liberals. What they don't understand is that when guys aren't competent, who suffers? The women suffer. The women are the ones that want the relationship and the security from one guy. So guess what, you dumb bimbos? If only a minority of the men are competent and actually successful and understand what it takes to be attractive, well, guess what these guys are going to do when they have the leverage? They're not going to commit to none of you fucking hoes. They're going to have multiple girls.
20.
They're not going to commit. And then you're going to be sitting there like, why are guys assholes? Where'd all the nice guys go, etc.? Well, guess what? The sexual marketplace almost always fixes itself. So you go ahead and complain, oh, look at this guy teaching all these incels how to like be guys, whatever. That's going to allow them to be more attractive so that you have more men around. They estimate in the next 10 to 20 years that there's going to be an overwhelming amount of single women. Women keep themselves single for their own bad decisions because they say stupid shit like this.
Edgar says, SNEAKO, Tristan, and Andrew saved me from suicidal depression. Thank you, guys. I wish I could meet y'all and say thank you. Exactly. Guys will say this, and instead they'll just say, incel, problematic, toxic. They don't fucking focus on the fact that these people's lives are being saved by the red pill. This is helping out men. Nobody else talks about this. All the movies are pushing this SJW bullshit agenda. I want to watch that Bros thing after. They push She-Hulk. They push all this women empowerment in movies. There's none of this happening. The only movie that they talk about this is from like Taxi Driver in 1973, Fight Club from 1999. You can't talk about this shit. You got to flavor it around.
Question, SNEAKO. That loser that said that you should be canceled, I wonder how many people he's kept from killing themselves.
Nobody. The only people that watch the fucking losers that want to ban me are fat lesbians and ugly people, bro. LGBTQ confused people who are changing their gender right now. That's who watches that stupid soy boy bullshit content. No men watch that, and we all know that. Yo, thank you for the 5.
No one likes Curtis Connor. He's not saving no lives.
Bro,
he's probably putting on some panties right now.
It's just coping bullshit content. People who don't want to further themselves in life. So all they do is shit on people who are trying to improve, who think faster, who are funnier. Well, this is kind of scary. Well, these alpha males are... I've never even once called myself an alpha male. And because I'm trying to talk about something that's real, like, whoa, these alpha males seem insecure. Like, it's just like with the funky lighting and the over editing.
We've never once called ourselves alpha males, yet they run around and say, oh, look at these toxic alpha males, whatever. That's them projecting because they know they're inadequate.
Because
and they know
they're
that
beta.
they're beta. Yeah.
They're fucking
They're
pussies.
beta and they know it.
So these alpha, I've never fucking once said that, man.
Yeah, we don't call ourselves alphas.
Well, thank you for calling me an alpha. I didn't think that before you said
these
it.
Losers like Curtis Connor, etc., that make these hit pieces.
Compared to you, bro, compared I'm an alpha male.
Like Philion, like all these guys do is criticize people that are doing better than themselves. That's really what it comes down to. They sit there and criticize people that are doing better than themselves. Like, you're not gonna, even if I didn't like someone like, let's say, Grant Cardone, I'm not gonna make a hit piece talking shit about him because he's doing better than me. But these fucking dorks always do that. And it's like, bro, what the hell? Why are y'all talking shit? We don't even know y'all.
Because they're coping. They're bringing down from the top. They're feeding down from people who are more successful.
Are you helping people from putting guns in their mouths?
No.
The fuck? You guys are pussies that are putting on thongs probably right now as we speak to make your hit piece.
Painting their fingernails right before making their video. Bag Chaser Antonio, thanks Antonio. Are the Tates going to be on the stream? No, they're going to go right after on Rumble and on Fresh and Fit. Rumble Tate Speech and Fresh and Fit on YouTube, and then it's going to go to Rumble. Also, shout out to my Rumble, Real SNEAKO Live and Real SNEAKO. Rumble CEO, hit me up. I think AT hit you up.
I think the people are really liking this duo.
Yeah, it's good.
They enjoy it.
Good flow. Casey Smith, you can't know about gender because you're not a biologist, but people will tell you what to do politically without being a politician. Yeah, everybody's a fucking scientist when it comes to gender, but when it comes to anything else, well, you can't speak on that. If you're not that race, you can't say that. But I know everything about gender because I paint my nails. Offline, thanks for the 5. Since I started watching AT, I feel more motivated and addicted to my goals. SNEAKO, you're my brother's. Peace, yo. All right, let me watch this fucking movie trailer, bros. You got to go?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.